everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Becca from At Home in the Sun, and today we're going to be doing a cash stuffing for our last paycheck of November. So as you can see by the title of this video, we've had a little bit of a medical emergency in our family. Thankfully it wasn't any of my children or my husband and I, but one of our dogs did have a medical emergency actually less than a week ago when I'm filming this. She started having seizures just out of the blue, so she was at the emergency vet last weekend, like all last weekend. I had to take the whole week off of work to stay with her because she couldn't be left alone. We had an appointment with a vet neurologist this past week, so there's been a lot going on. A lot of stress, a lot of worrying about what's going to happen to her and things like that. And also a lot of money being spent. So I'll talk about that a little bit as we go through the video. And we don't have pet insurance on our dog, so everything had to be paid for out of pocket. So that also added another layer of stress to the whole situation. So I'm trying to work that out. So we'll talk about that as well as we go through the video. So let's go ahead and count and see how much money that we're going to be working with today. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 1, 2, 300, 400, 500, 600, 650, 670, 690, 710, 730, 750, 770, 790, 810, 820, 830, 840, 850, 860, 870, and 880. So $1,880. That's what we're going to be working with today. So let's get everything set up so we can get started with our stuffing. How are you guys doing? Please give me some good news of what's going on in your life. I need like good news to bring my mood up a little bit. So let me know how you guys are doing. All right, we're all set up. All right, so this binder is basically completely drained. I think everything is emptied out of here. Yeah, so I had to go through some of my categories, not just this binder, but some of my other binders, and I had to pull money out. So not just like the emergency vet and the neurologist, that wasn't the only expenses we had. We also had to buy a bunch of things for her. Like we had to change her diet drastically, you know, trying to prevent seizures. So we did a lot of research on that. So we had to buy some really expensive food. We're trying to work on, you know, getting the price down on that. She's been traveling with me when I'm going around to places, like taking my kids places like piano lessons and things like that. So she's been with me a lot more. So we had to buy some stuff for the car. Just a lot of like unexpected things, and then even like a camera because I'm gonna have to go back to work next week. So I was like going through my binders trying to pull money out where I could. So we're trying to cash flow these expenses as much as possible. I still haven't pulled anything out of our emergency savings, so I'm probably gonna have to do that to pay myself back for the emergency vet because that was very, very expensive. So we put that on a credit card. It's not due yet, but I'm trying to see if I can cash flow some of that over the next month before it comes up due, but we'll see. Yeah, it's like a crazy situation, and it's one of those situations that make you thankful that you have an emergency fund, but it's also stressful because it has drained our emergency fund a lot. So I'm a little bit like anxious about that, and so as we go into 2024 I'll talk more about like how I'm planning on building that emergency fund back up and stuff like that. All right, so for the next 2 weeks we're going to be adding $400 to groceries. So this is for 2 weeks at a time, and we are a family of 5 and also have another adult living with us currently. So groceries has been a little bit of a struggle, but we are making it work. I still have some gift cards here that I haven't used yet, my Fetch gift card and an Aldi gift card that someone gave me. So still hanging on to those. For spending, we're gonna be adding $100 to spending. And for kids, we're gonna be adding $30, so 20 and 30. Now I've had to drastically like alter my budget now that the dog is having issues and she's going to need more more things, more expensive food. I'm not really sure exactly what all we're gonna need going forward, but I'm gonna have to start adding more to our pet budget to anticipate things like that. So for pets, we're gonna be adding 200. I know that's like crazy amount, but that's what I'm adding right now because things keep coming up that she needs. So that's what we're adding right now. Vet visits, I'm gonna go ahead and add 100 to that because I don't know the next time she has to go to the vet. Like I said, we just went to the vet neurologist this past week. And I think she's gonna handle her medication because she is on 2 different medications right now. So that's another expense that we have to plan for. So vet visits, we're gonna be adding 100. I did have some money in here and I think I had $90 in here that I went ahead and pulled to try to pay for some of the other things that we had to buy. And I pulled $40 out of pets as well that was already in here to try to cash flow some of those things. For household, we're gonna add $250. This covers our Amazon subscribe and save. So that's gonna be coming up soon. So $250 for that. Food Forest is gonna be getting 50. We finally have some bananas growing on one of our banana trees, and I'm so excited. I'm so ready for them to be done. It's a special kind of banana plant called an ice cream banana. So the bananas are smaller and they're creamy and they almost taste like ice cream, and I am so excited to taste those bananas when they're done. We also have some acerola cherries growing, some star fruit growing, and some other things. So it's looking really good in the garden. Health, we're gonna be adding 200. I am still doing treatments with my functional medicine doctor, trying to cash flow those as much as possible. A lot of supplements and things that I'm on right now. Medical is not going to be getting stuff. This is for long-term medical and I just cannot keep money in there right now. So we're gonna be skipping it for now. And beauty also is not going to get anything. A lot of money had to go towards pets and vet visits and health related things, so I had to cut some other things out of the budget this time around. So another thing that was a little stressful is that like we had Thanksgiving off, so with my job I work part-time, just like 2 days a week. So we were off for Thanksgiving, and then the next week I had to take off because of the dog and the seizures and everything. So I didn't work for 2 weeks, and I'm not salary based, I'm hourly based. So that means that I don't get a paycheck next time. So it's like just all these things happening at once. Like we really could have used a little bit of money to pay for some of the dog things or pay for some of the things that we had to put on the credit card. So just a lot going on. I'm definitely trying to be positive about everything and trying to make life as normal as possible. Like I was really looking forward to doing my cash stuffing today with you guys and spending some time with you because I really enjoy making these videos. So this is me trying to restore some normalcy back into my life. So piano, for my daughter's piano, we're gonna be adding $70. So 50, 60, 70. I almost pulled this money for the dog, but I did not because I don't want to take that away from my daughter. So I left that in here. So we have 100, 120, 140, 160, 170, and 175. So this will cover December's lessons and some of January's. We're a little bit ahead on piano. For our home care fund, so this is like home maintenance, we're going to be adding $50. So in home care or home maintenance, we have $50, $70, $90, $110, and $130. And for our car maintenance fund or car care, we're also going to be adding $50. I'm getting close to 1K on this, and once I get to 1K, I'm going to be taking all this money back to the bank and adding a 1K slip. So I do already have 2 placeholders in here, and they're both $100. So I have $200 in the bank. So 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 720, 40, 60, 80, 800, 820, 40, 60, and 70, 870. So yeah, I'm getting close to 1K. So once we hit that, all of this will go into my high yield savings account, and I'll add a 1K slip, which is hopefully soon because this is getting hard to get back in this envelope. It's pretty thick. All right, so there we go. So for car tags, this is saving up for 2024 car registration and tags. So we're going to be adding $5 to that. So we have $20, $40, and $50 in car tags. And for life insurance, we're going to be adding $5. This is for me. So life insurance is $20, $30, and $35. And I won't have to pay this for a few more months. So we have a few more months to save up. Lot tax, we just paid this, so it is empty. This is property taxes on a second lot that we own. We pay it in November. So we are starting to save up for 2024, November of 2024. So we're starting this fresh, starting it over. So I'm going to be adding a little bit more than I did this past year because we were a little bit short because, you know, property taxes are going up everywhere. So I'm going to be adding $40 starting now up until, you know, next November. I might adjust that as we get closer and once I get like the bill and stuff. Subscriptions, I did add $20 to my subscriptions, and this is an all digital fund. So I keep this money in the bank. So each flower represents 20. So I did add 20. So we're going to be coloring in one flower. And for our debt check-in, this is our last debt before our mortgage. It is a HELOC that we are working on. I was planning on putting a lot of money towards the principal with this paycheck. However, those plans changed, and all of that money I was planning on putting towards this had to go to the credit card to pay for things for the dog. So I did not make an extra payment or a principal payment on our HELOC with this paycheck, unfortunately. All right, so we're gonna move on to my low priority binder. I am getting excited to get some new binders for 2024. I love all the ones that I have now, but I'm getting some new ones, so I'm really excited to show you guys very soon all of my new stuff that I'm going to be getting for next year. All right, so I did have to pull some money out of my low priority funds for the dog stuff. So from travel, I ended up pulling $50. I don't think I pulled all of it. Yeah, I left some money in there. But I did pull $50 from this. We're not stuffing it today. From you and me, this is an envelope for my husband and I. I did pull all the money that was in here. It was $25. It wasn't very much, but I did have to pull it. Thanksgiving, we just had Thanksgiving. We spent all the money. We didn't go over anything. But we spent all the money for Thanksgiving. So we are starting this fresh as well, starting it over for next year, 2024. And I'm going to be adding $5. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Let me know how it went in the comments. I love Thanksgiving. So let me know how your Thanksgiving went. And for gifts, we're going to be adding $30 to gifts. Today is actually my niece's birthday when I'm filming. So I'm going to be calling her in a little bit. So that is exciting for her. So in gifts, we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 115. So $115 in gifts. And for special events, I pulled all of the money out of this for the dog stuff. So that was $60 in there, and we are not going to be adding any more to this right now. So lastly, we're going to be doing my homeschool binder. So for our homeschool funds, we're going to start with curriculum, and we're going to add $20 to our curriculum fund. I did pull some of this money out, so we have $25. I pulled some of it out for a couple things I wanted to get for the kids that were on sale for Black Friday. Co-op, we're going to be adding $10. I pulled all the money that was in here. There was $55 in here, and I pulled all of that out for the dog stuff. So I'm going to be adding $10 back to co-op. And for supplies for homeschool, we're going to be adding $10 to supplies. So we have $10, $20, and $30 in supplies. And for our homeschool streaming hours, we're going to be adding $10 to this. So in streaming, we have $20, $40, $50, $60, $75 in streaming. And for homeschool subscriptions, we're going to be adding $20 to this fund. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, and 115 in homeschool subscriptions. There is a subscription-based program that my kids do. It's kind of pricey. That's why we have to add so much to subscriptions, but it's such a great program. And I really don't want to give it up because it's really, really good for them. Evaluations, we're going to be adding $5 to evaluations. That's something that we have to do in Florida. So 10, 20, 30, and $35 in evaluations. And field trips is going to be getting $20. We haven't been on any field trips yet this year. Saving up some funds to be able to go and do some things. So field trips is at 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, and 125 for field trips. And this binder is all done. All right, so we do have a little bit of money left, so let's count and see how much we have. So we have $100, $150, and $200. So this money is going to be going into my savings challenges in my next video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great week. Bye, guys.